Hey there! We humans have always been fascinated by space. What began as amazement and curiosity about what those shiny lights brightening the night sky are all about is now a full-scale field of research and science. We used to utilize the alignment of stars and constellations to help us navigate. Never must our ancestors have thought that we would be navigating through stars themselves. Whereas the space race is a thing of the past, a new version of it, the billionaire space race, is something that is arguably going on. It is no longer between countries. In fact, it is the super rich who are dominating the field of space research and exploration. Of course, with private endeavors come private interests, and some of them have really wacky ideas. Take Elon Musk's idea for space hotels, for example. That is what we will be diving into for this video, so stay tuned. Okay, so space hotels are not a new idea. I think we have all dreamed about it once and thought that we were the original ones to come up with the idea. Well, rich folk like Jeff Bezos also claim to have had this dream of creating space hotels where people could stay and enjoy the glory of the universe. The difference between them and us is that they can probably do something about it. Hollywood and the entertainment industry at large have always been a fan of the idea too. Time and again, we see the idea of space settlers being portrayed on screen, in movies, and even in cartoons. One kid who probably took those cartoons too seriously was Elon Musk. Coincidentally, he happens to be super rich too, in case you have not yet noticed. Hence, he can actually do something about it. Whilst we all know how Elon Musk's aerospace company SpaceX is the forerunner of the new era of space exploration, he has recently decided to commercialize his space activities. So far, we were hoping to only see short rocket trips into space as the only emerging form of space tourism. Now, the new initiative to develop space hotels is perhaps going to take the world by storm. If someone can afford to go into space, that person can also afford to stay there in a hotel. That is primarily the economic incentive that is driving this new venture. The plan is also relatively simple. People will go to space in SpaceX's latest spaceship, the Starship, and stay there at Orion Span's Aurora space station. The space station will be converted into a hotel for that exact purpose. You might be wondering why Musk would take such an initiative. Hotels are still part of the hospitality industry, right? Well, that is true, but there are multiple things that you need to consider in that case. For example, first off is the fact that it is space. Establishing a hotel in space is not something your regular tourism industry can do. The sophisticated technology and futuristic nature of such an accomplishment is something that is extremely demanding. We know Musk likes to take challenges, but he is also a huge geek for technology. All his stakes and business interests perfectly coincide with technology and everything that has to do with it. Also, there is the fact that Musk already has a footing in the field of space exploration and colonization. What is really interesting about this particular plan is how this gives Musk a necessary boost in terms of making money off of his space missions. Which rich people paying millions to go to space and stay at a hotel there, it is easily understandable why Musk would want to do this. SpaceX has a lot of costs, and while Musk has no scarcity of money, it always helps to make a little extra. These space hotels will be a perfect source of revenue that will be crucial for future SpaceX, especially as more players step into the space market. Also, this boost that it will give to Musk will be multifold. Not only will it give a firmer financial step to Musk and his associates to carry on further exploration of space, it will also be a literal physical step. Musk has previously described the idea of having astronauts stay at hotels in space halfway through their mission. Think of it as a kind of a pit stop. The real issue with space exploration is getting away from the Earth's gravity. Interestingly, that is what takes up most of a mission's resources. So when you can stop, take a break, refuel, revitalize, and continue a mission from a space hotel, you can go further out and explore more. The best part is, it acts both ways. You could make the same pit stop on your way back from an exploration mission. Now this might sound hard-pushed, but Musk himself has previously hinted about the idea, so you really never know. Another reason for developing space hotels is the shrinking nature of distances and opportunities on Earth. The Earth is huge, no doubt, but rapidly improving technologies make accessibility fade away as an issue. Whilst that is primarily a good thing, the hospitality industry focuses heavily on the promise of providing its customers with a unique experience. For that experience, it seems the Earth is too limiting. So naturally, the only room for expansion was towards outer space. And with this huge opportunity of an evolving market, no billionaire or investor could miss out, could they? Lastly though, the entire idea of space hotels is pretty cool. With Musk being how he is, he could not miss out on anything as cool as hotels in space. Anyways, Reasons aside, what is the actual plan? Well, since Musk is not the only one exploring the opportunity, the initial model is quite interesting. As American firms strive to establish space hotels, such as at stations like the Voyager, the real decisive factor becomes time. The Voyager is expected to be complete by 2027, and whilst Musk is not a direct stakeholder in the hotel, the people behind the Voyager have hoped to create some sort of a partnership between their establishment and Musk to make the program come true. But with an expected date launched way into the future, Musk is striving to create his own hotel on Orion Span's Aurora space station. This partnership is going to put Musk in first place in the race. The hotel is bound to provide customers an unparalleled experience. Whilst not too spacious given the size and capacity of Aurora, the hotel will still be something that will offer people an out-of-the-world experience. Certain elements will be kept similar to hotels at home to make sure that the experience is comfortable. For example, the interiors will not be like the typical modular capsules that we see in science fiction movies and conventional space stations. In fact, the interior look and design have been primarily handed over to renowned French architect and interior designer Philippe Starck. His added touch to the hotel will make sure that the trip is suitable and matches the lifestyle of those that are wealthy enough to make the trip. As for food, the touch of space life will remain. This is mainly due to preservation reasons there, as the low pressures, storage limitations, and zero gravity experienced in space tends to make food preparation, storage, and consumption rather difficult. Even though gourmet chefs are going to be employed, the only difference will be in the kind of ingredients they will be provided. For example, an already decided dessert is going to be dried ice cream, something very few of us on Earth would have tried. However, the experience will be by no means shoddy. After all, if customers are expected to pay upwards of $9 million for a chance to stay there, the experience should really be up to the mark too. Travel to and from the hotel will be through SpaceX's Starship, giving SpaceX a very direct commercial purpose to fill with the hotel. As for the date, work is supposedly underway, and the remodeling of the station into a hotel is supposed to be completed within a year, making it the first space hotel in the history of mankind and putting Musk and his associates in the driving seat of the marketization of space. Well, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, leave a like and comment what you think. Subscribe to our channel and be sure to tune in for more. Till then, take care.